Hi guys, welcome back. And if you're new here, welcome. I'm Annie and this is See My Bliss _beauty. Today I am going to do this look on my eyeballs here using the Hello Charmer palette from BoxyCharm. I got this in my March BoxyLuxe. So before we get started, let's talk a little bit about the palette. It comes packaged in one of these little sleeves, which I do appreciate. I don't like to have a lot of plastic packaging involved. And then this is what the palette looks like on the outside. Hello Charmers. And what's really cute is they included all of the names of their different forums, the different hashtags that people use associated with BoxyCharm. I think that's really very, very cute. This is supposedly a cruelty-free product. I don't know why I said supposedly. This is a cruelty-free product. It is made in Taiwan for BoxyCharm. So on the BoxyCharm insert, they did list the retail value of this as $39. You can kind of take that with a grain of salt, frankly. I've said it before, and I know that I will say it again later in this video. But I think that that's a little unrealistic. I think when pricing things for BoxyCharm, I'm not sure that pricing something that you can't purchase at a store for $40 is really the way to go. Because again, you cannot purchase this in a store. So I feel like they did that just to kind of inflate the value of the box, just a smidgen. But that being said, I do think that this is a pretty palette. I do like the packaging. I like that it's slim. It won't take up too much space in my drawer. It does have a mirror. I am not really a fan of using mirrors that are shaped like this. I prefer a square mirror or something that's gonna like show more of round, something's going to show more of my face. The color story is nice. However, there are only 4 mattes in this palette. So this, let's see, I'm just going to fold this back like this, get it out of the way. I take it back. There's 5 mattes. There's a matte white. There's the shade Unboxing here, Premium, Spoiler, and Cup of Joe. The rest of them are all shimmers, and there is 1 glitter shadow here. So I know that some of you who don't like pressed glitters probably won't enjoy this shadow. I am wearing it today on my lid. I don't know how much it's picking up on camera, but I am wearing this, and it is a very fine micro glitter instead of a big chunky glitter. I don't know if that makes a difference to you, but I actually kind of really enjoyed this shade here. So yeah, those are all the shades in the palette. I'm going to go ahead and insert some swatches, and then we will get into the tutorial on this look, and then I'll give you my final thoughts at the end. Stick around. Okay, let's go ahead and get started with the swatches of the Hello Charmer palette from the March BoxyLuxe. I'm going to go ahead and swatch from the top row first, and then we'll do the bottom row. My arm is not primed with anything. This is just bare skin, just to kind of give you an idea of what the shades look like. I don't believe that swatches really give you any idea of how the shadow is going to perform on the eyes. So that being said, let's just go ahead and get started, shall we? Alright guys, let's go ahead and get started using the Hello Charmer palette from BoxyCharm. To get started today, we're going to go into the shade Unboxing, which is this red shade here, and I'm going to use that on my outer V. It's a really nice shade. It's not a true red, it's more like a brick red is what I would say. It's pretty nice. I think my complaint with this palette is there aren't a lot of mattes. There are a lot of really pretty shimmers, but not a lot of mattes. So as you can see, it started on like going on really pigmented, but as I'm just lightly just kind of dragging it along, it does seem to be shearing out quite a bit. We're going to go ahead and see if we can build the intensity up a little bit. Okay, I think I'm happy with the way that's looking now. Okay, so we've only got 4 mattes in this palette and 2 of them are very similar. So this shade Spoiler, which is this shade right here, is very, very similar to, what is this, Premium, which is this one here. I wish that one of those was a different color. But it's not. And then we have Cup of Joe, which is this kind of terracotta shade over here. So I think what I'm going to do is kind of mix Cup of Joe with Premium and use that to blend out that unboxing shade. I'm going to take those. I don't want my brush to be too big because I kind of want to keep this a little bit targeted. So I'm going to use my Luxie 231 small tapered blending brush to do this. And I'm just going to go in kind of a 1-to-1 ratio. So I'll start with like Premium, and then what did I say I was going to use? Cup of Joe. And we're just going to lightly start placing that along that edge. So the one thing I will say for these shadows is I do think that they blend out quite nicely. They're pretty soft, but not like crazy soft, if that makes any sense whatsoever. But they do blend beautifully. Okay, so that's where I am so far. I do want to kind of see if I can intensify that reddish shade again. So I'm going to just go in actually with this really, really tiny Luxie 237 blending brush. It's super small, and I just want to see if I can add a little bit more of that shade Unboxing into the crease and intensify it without getting a harsh line. So I'm just very gently kind of blending this in very tiny, small little circles into what I already have down, and just a little bit higher than it was previously. So right into that mixture of Cup of Joe and Premium. Then I'm going to go one more time over with my brush that I used previously, and I'm just going to blend over the edges with no additional product whatsoever. Just making sure everything is nice and smooth. Okay, so I'm going to do I think like a half cut crease today. And then we'll go in with the shimmer. So hold on just a minute while I cut my crease off camera, and then I'll come back and we'll do the shimmers. Okay, so now that I've got that done, I'm going to go ahead in with the shimmers. My plan is to go ahead and put Pop-Up all over the lid and then top it with this glitter shade, which is called Swipe Up, which is really actually very pretty. It doesn't pick up as pretty on camera as it is in real life. It seems to have it's got a pink base with like a gold glitter in it. It's quite pretty. So I'm going to start by taking Pop Up just on my finger here. These shadows, these shimmers feel really, really soft. Really smooth to the touch, which I do appreciate. So this is just kind of like a champagne shimmer. I just want something as a base for that glitter shade to be on top of. So we're just going to pop it on there. I'll come back in. It's really foiled. It's really quite beautiful. I'm going to just pop it on there, and then I'll go in with a brush up along the edges. Okay, so yeah, that does apply quite beautifully with a finger. I'm just going to go in now with a flat shader brush. This is just a little synthetic one from Alamar Cosmetics, the one I always use for this kind of thing. And we are going to get as close to that edge as possible. So it's definitely nowhere near as foiled and beautiful with a brush as it is with your finger, but my fingers will not get all up in there. So for that Swipe Up glitter shade, I'm going to take some NYX glitter primer just on the brush that I used to cut my crease, and I'm just going to slather it all over, and then we will add the glitter. Using my finger again. It's got such an interesting texture. It's almost jelly-like. It's quite pretty on the finger. Let's see if we can get it to focus. It's quite a pretty shade. You can see there it's got that shift. It's quite pretty. And we are going to, again, just kind of tap that all over. Very interesting shade. Definitely has like a duochrome quality to it. You can kind of see on my eye here where it looks a little more gold, and over here it's a little pinker. It's very pretty. I like it. I know a lot of people aren't a fan of pressed glitters, but this one is very fine glitter. It's not those big chunky flakes of glitter, so that's something, I suppose. So I do have a bit of glitter fallout, even though I did put a glitter primer down first under my eyes. Again, because I do my base last, this doesn't bother me too much. But just an FYI, if you are one of those people who does your foundation first, this shade is probably going to put glitter all over you. So it looks crazy right now with this business going on out here. So I am just going to pick up that brush that I used before with unboxing. This is just my Luxie 213 eye shading brush, and I'm actually going to go in with Cup of Joe, just using this brush, and tap it where these two meet. Okay, so here is where I am. I'm going to put some eyeliner on and put my complexion products on, and then I will be back and we'll finish the lower lash line. I think I'm going to go with something a little different on the lower lash line. We'll see how I feel once I get to that part. So yeah, I will be right back. Okay, so let's go ahead and work on the lower lash line now. I think I'm going to do something a little unexpected. Well, I don't know if it's unexpected or not, but I am actually going to go in with this teal shade here, which is the shade Charmer. I've got Charmin on the mind. Been looking for toilet paper for days. Ugh. Anyways, I'm going to start with this Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On pencil in the shade Deep End. And we're just going to run that through the waterline. Okay, and then we're going to go in with a shader brush, or not a shader brush, I always say that, a smudger brush. This is just one from It Cosmetics, and I'm going to go in with that shade Charmer. It's really very pretty in the pan. I haven't swatched this yet. We're just going to pick a little bit of that up, and we are going to run that right along the lower lash line. That is really pretty. Definitely going to have to use that all over the lid at some point. To meld everything together over there in the outer corner, I'm just going to pick up a little bit of that shade Cup of Joe, and just right at the very outer corner of that, I'm just going to smudge a little bit of that into that beautiful teal aqua shade. And given that there's nothing that I can really use to blend out that lower lash line, I'm just going to take my Luxie mini tapered blending brush, the 121, and I'm just going to use it with no product on it and just kind of blend that a little bit. And then I think what I'm going to do for my inner corner is I'm just going to pick up another brush that's similar to that, which is the Luxie Mini Flat Angled Brush, and I'm going to go into Pop Up, which is that shimmer shade that I put all over my lid before the glitter, and we'll just pop that into the inner corner. All right. I think I'm actually really enjoying the way this look is turning out. I just need to put a little bit of mascara on my lower lash line. I never have it out, never prepared. I don't know what's wrong with me. Okay, so this is the final eye look. I'm going to go ahead and zoom you out. And let's have a little chit chat about this palette. Okay, so as I've said before, it's a nice palette. I really do actually like this palette. But the price that they have listed on the card insert for $39 for this palette, absolutely not. I would not pay $39 for this. It is really pretty. I think that these are some pretty cool and unique shades. This shade here, if you like a glitter, this is really actually very nice. I really like this. This full size is also a really interesting shade, and this is absolutely gorgeous. So I think that they're very good quality shadows. I just don't, because it's not like a name brand shadow company or a name brand makeup company, I wouldn't pay $40 for this. I would pay $20 for this. I think it was a little disingenuous of Boxy to price it at $40, frankly. That being said, though, I do think that this is a great quality palette. If you did receive this in your BoxyCharm or your BoxyLuxe, I think that you will really enjoy it. If you are one of those people who likes to purchase things on the swap pages or swap for things, you probably would actually really like it as well. So yeah, overall, I think that the quality is great. Those mattes blended out without me having to do really much of anything at all. So yeah, I really do actually like this palette, and I do like this look that I came up with. Like I said, this is not the first look that I did do with this. I'm going to go ahead and insert a picture of the other look that I did with it in one of these spots here. Just so you can kind of see. I used, again, because there's not very many mattes, I can't even remember. I think I probably did use Unboxing, and I think I used this shade as well. I don't really remember, but you'll see in the thing. And I used full size, which it's looking very blue here, but it's really not. And you'll have seen that in the swatches as well. So anyways, yeah, that is my look using the BoxyCharm Hello Charmer palette. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please don't forget to hit that like button down below. And while you're there, go ahead and scooch on over and hit subscribe. And if you'd like to see more of me, I am on Instagram. My Instagram handle is at @seemybliss_beauty. And yeah, I hope to see you around. We've all got nothing but time on our hands. So I hope you are all staying healthy, stay safe, wash your hands, and I will see you later. Bye.